good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Dead Car Rescue. Today we're on our way to Charleston, Missouri. We're going to go over and try to buy a 1989 Toyota pickup truck. You see me drag old cars in all the time, but you never see me actually dicker with people on a price. Well, we're going to see this truck for the first time, you and I'm going to see if it's worth $2,000, the asking price. I offered the guy $1,500 online. He said, sure, I'll take $2,500 for it. In other words, I won't get it for $1,500. But let's go look at it. We're going to find out what it looks like, what kind of shape it's in. He said it was his work truck until he got a company truck, and then he parked it. So let's go to Charleston, Missouri and look at this truck. Howdy, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Steve May.
Daryl Asher.
Glad to meet you.
Yes, sir. The truck's back in this barn.
Okay, let's go back there and look at it.
Okay.
What can you tell me about it? Here's your quarter. Yep, there's your quarter.
Well, thank you.
All right.
I've had it for about 5 years, I guess.
Okay.
I drove it every day back and forth to Paducah in that time period.
Okay.
The only reason I parked it was I got a company truck, so no, I just didn't have any use for it.
Gotcha. $1989 Toyota.
Yes, sir.
You say the battery was dead on it. Did you ever find some booster cables for it?
I found it.
You did?
Yeah.
Can't see really about the seat. Doors shut up good, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
How many miles it got on it?
170,000.
170.
I put 50,000 of those on it.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get her started.
Okay.
Good. You got something you can bring in here with booster cables, I guess?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Well, it looks like a solid old truck. 170-something thousand, which these little old trucks ought to get 300,000. And them doors open up good. Like they're not wore out. All the dash looks unmolested. Looks really good. Door panels look good. Let's see if this door shuts as good as that one. Yes.
Let it charge up for a second.
Splash of gas is pretty deep. Gas. Okay, everybody, we got a 1989 Toyota pickup for $1,900. Man was nice enough to cut it just a little bit. That'll almost buy 2 tanks of gas for my truck. So I think it's a pretty good truck for the money. Take it home, polish her up, make her look a little better, paint up the back bumper, stuff like that. It does need a muffler on it. He said he had a muffler. Let's go get him some money and get the trailer out here and load him up. I know what you're probably saying you should have offered him 18. Well, I could have, but I'm really thinking the truck is worth $1,900 to me. And there it is backing out. Even the backup light's working on it. Okay, I got a brand new muffler too in the deal, so I just had to stop the video for a second before he left and go get it out of his shop. Let's head back to Buckeye, Arkansas. How about it? Got the Toyota home. Unloaded it off the trailer, wouldn't start. Let it come in the shop here, and I put it on a battery charger all night last night. So let's look it over and see what we got for $1,900. It's got 170,000 miles on it, so I think these trucks are good for 250, 300, 350, maybe 500,000. I don't know, but I'm not positive if that's a 22R motor. I think Toyota had a 22R in the older cars, but I don't know about the new ones, the 89s. But you can see here where I had the strapped across because the hood was not working right. And rubbing back and forward on it, you know, as I was hitting bumps and stuff, it's got a little bit of shine to it. I don't think that right there is going to shine at all. But hey, I got it on top. It's a skunk stripe. It's kind of like patina. Polish this turd up and you have those light spots, that's patina. There's another light spot. But it comes with bird poop all over it from sitting in that barn. There's no rust. No rust on this thing at all. That's a good straight body. Now this here is bent just a little bit, but that's nothing to hurt. It won't hurt anything. Look at this bed. It had a rubber mat in it, and I still got it, but I took it out and I swept this thing out the burn pile out behind the shop here. The seat, I wish I could get this thing recovered, but my seat guy, he come up with a few problems, health problems, and he's not doing it no more. So, did I mention no rust? And no broken glass either. Nope. Now this hood right here, it looks like it was binding in a way right there. I took a couple of pieces of rubber hose and stuck in here just to kind of hold it up in the middle so it wouldn't be pinching on this cowl part. But somebody's already kind of worked on it. So anyway, that's not going to hurt anything. Toyota. That's what it says right there. It looks like it's all complete. It's got air conditioning, by the way. I don't know if that works, but I sure hope it does. We're going to find out. It's pretty simple. I don't know what else to tell you about it other than it's a Toyota motor. You guys probably, oh, look here. 22R. That's what it says. Now, I am told that a 22R is a great motor. I had one in a little, oh, I just wiped it off. I just wiped it off with this. Well, we saw 22R, didn't we? So that's a 22R engine. What do we do with something like this? Well, this is what we do to it. It's called Flood. It's made by Penetrol, I don't know. But reduces brush and roller marks, improves penetration. So what would it do on this? If we put it on this, would it make it shine? Will it make that shine? That's worse than this. Well, we did a spot last night before we went to bed. 2 spots, really. The entire hood. That's what it did. And it's dry. It's not a film, not an oily film. And you can see the difference right here where I rubbed some on this. But what I did do is I took a scuff pad and scuffed the hood and scuffed the cowl. And had soapy water, and then I let it dry. I had it in the shop here where there's a good heat. And I put it on this dull truck, and that's what it looks like now. That is so much easier than buffing and waxing and buffing and waxing. I did a Chevy truck that you seen that orange colored one. My buddy Daryl got it. I traded it to him for the Volkswagen. You seen that in a previous video. It took me like 2 days to buff it. This is the way Dead Car Rescue is going to do from now on. I don't care if it's been overnight, it's dry now. I don't care if it lasts 2 or 3 weeks. I can just wipe it down. All you got to do is wipe it on. But we're going to go over it twice. That's what we're going to do. And once we go over it twice, we're going to let it dry and be done with it. And I like that. That's so much easier on me. Now let me show you what it does to this old oxidation back here. I just did this one spot last night before I went to bed. Look how much difference there is. Flood by Penetrol. I liked it so much I went back and bought another can of it. And when I go back again, I'm going to buy a gallon of it. We're going to do the whole truck like this. Inside the bed, all this back here. Probably not the floor. I'm not going to do the floor. I'll just do it down to where it starts getting shiny, and I'm going to leave it alone. And this is going to be my gopher truck. I don't have to jump in the Ram every time and put miles on it. Just going down to the parts store. Parts store is about 30 minutes away. So that's an hour drive. And I go to the parts store a lot. So that's what we're going to do. And by the way, I want to show you this. Took the seat cover off. Oh, that's my seat. The other side looks fine. This side here is trash. I've been out today looking for a seat, searching the salvage yards, and I haven't found no bench seat to fit this truck. Every one of them you come across is all eat out on the driver's side. So my guy that does the upholstery work retired. I don't have anybody else to do it at this time, but I'm looking. Now, I went to the salvage yard, Oscar's Auto Salvage in Blytheville, Arkansas. He had some seats in a newer model Toyota Tacoma, 4-door, but they were bucket seats. Well, hey, that's all I need. So I bought the bucket seats from him. And we're going to put bucket seats in this truck. They're not going to be the color of this. They're going to be a lighter color, kind of like that's showing up right now on camera. This and this is really the same stuff, but this is faded out where the sun's been hitting it, and this is not. But that's basically the color, and I'll show you. there they are. They do need a little bit of cleaning. You know, you got a few stains on them and cigarette burn, but these are pretty doggone good seats. And I am going to put these in the little Toyota. I want to have bucket seats. I'll make me some kind of a console to hold my drinks and my crackers and stuff like that. But that's what we're going to have. And I even got a couple of floor mats for it too. So these will be going in the Toyota. I think we're going to do that before we put the shine on it. I'm going to try to get the interior done tonight before I go to bed. And we'll let you see what I do as I do it. Hey everybody, I want to give a big shout out to my friends Stephen and Jeremy Moore at Oscar's Auto Salvage. That's in Blytheville, Arkansas. Now, if you're local, you know about Oscar's Auto Salvage. They've been in business for I don't know how long. Since I was a kid, I'll put it that way. And you know how old I am. So if you're looking for hot rod parts for your hot rod, they got LS motors, they've got diesel motors, they've got Coyote motors. Yeah, they do. So call them at 763-6527. That's 870 area code. Steve May with Dead Car Rescue sent you. I'd appreciate it. So, okay, let's get to work getting that seat out of there, and we'll see what we got. We'll have to probably clean up behind the seat because I noticed it's kind of dirty back there. And let's do it to it. Okay, other than the back end back here, that looks pretty doggone good. Let's go get a seat and see what it looks like. Okay, that's as far as it'll go back. I hope the seat is not too high for that steering wheel. I guess I need to put the driver's seat in to find out first. And if it is, we're probably going to have to make some brackets for it to set on. I don't think these are going to match up like I hoped they would. It just doesn't feel right. The seat needs to go down lower. I don't know if it will or not. Okay, I'm going to show you what I did here. That's what I did. I made that bracket fit that. And I made that bracket fit that. All I got to do is, I just got it tacked on right there in that one spot. I got to go all the way around to the other side. Then I'm going to have to make me a hole right there. Drill a hole, something like that. This bolt bolted up good. So that's the way it'll be in the front. I'm going to do the other side the same way. And we'll have 2 bolts for the back. Let me show you this. That's the way the back's going to be. I'm going to have to drill a hole there, put me a bolt in it. And then over there, we'll do the same thing. My eyes are not as young as they used to be, but I can still get the job done. Now you're probably saying, Steve, you need to go on the back side and weld. Yeah, I know, but that's too much trouble turning that seat over. I think it'll be just fine. I'll be glad when I get these seats in. Then I can start thinking about a console of some type. I don't know if I want just to make me a couple of cup holders and maybe a little tray, a little metal tray, so I can put my cigarettes and my cigarette lighter, my keys, stuff like that. You know, something about like this size, and have it welded onto the cup holder. It's a work truck. I'm not expecting a show truck. I just want a work truck. But it's going to be a work truck / truck for when my kids need it to use to go get something or whatever, instead of taking my Ram and scratching it up. Hey, jump in this. Okay, I saved you guys all the stress of wondering how I put these on there. I just cut the little ends off and mounted them to the seat. They're gonna go flat against the floor. And this one here I did that way. I've not put that one on yet until I can figure out where it goes. I've got this seat bolted in, and it's done. Okay, everybody, there they are. A little bit dirty. I'm gonna get some cleaner at the parts store and clean them up a little bit. Now, you can see the room I got for a console there. I think the color kind of matched pretty good because this right here is the same color as the dash. So just a good cleaning with some upholstery cleaner or white wall cleaner. It does a good job too. And I think we'll be good to go. I set in them. It's not exactly as good as I wanted it to be. It sets a little high for me, but that's okay. It'll be fine. I thought you might want to see this, how I do it. I'm gonna paint the rims on this thing. The rims are pretty ugly, and we're gonna make it look like that. All this is shiny, galvanized paint. I bought it for $2 a can at a rummage sale. I've got about 5 cans of it left. It's been some pretty good stuff. Saved $1 or $2. As you can see, I sprayed my lug nuts. I cleaned them first with a wire brush and then painted them all. So Okay, folks, I just did something that a 69-year-old man shouldn't do. I laid down on that seat with my body in this floor, up under this dash, exchanging this. This is a resistor, and it makes the blower motor run on the lower speeds. I don't know if it works that way or it just happened to be where it was on its last leg and it was running on high. But it would not run on any of the other speeds until I changed this. I changed this thing. It was $50-something for this. I don't know what it does other than works that. But that's what it is. If you got a problem with yours and the blower motor speeds aren't working, it's just working on one, you're going to have one of these. It's just 2 screws, but it takes a young man to get up under there with good eyeballs to see 2 little bitty screws that go in these little bitty holes. I did it. But then I couldn't get out. I was wedged between this seat and down in that floor. My head was over here. You can see where my head made the mark right there. That's where my head was against the floor. So I couldn't get out. I was reaching for the steering wheel so I could pull myself up, but I was reaching over here. It was like, where's the steering wheel at on this thing? Then I had to go, ugh. And then I pulled myself out. I did it, but now we got blower motor, okay? And look, I'm going to show you something. See this? The legendary Patsy Cline. Kids, if you're young, you probably have never even used one of these. But this is the kind of radio that you had back in the day when these cassettes came out and the 8-track tapes went away. This was cool. I mean, this was before CDs. So Patsy Cline has the most beautiful voice. I'm going to plug this thing in for you and let you hear. This is what you're missing. We had stereos that sounded great back in the day. I'm not sure this was a real good stereo, but listen to Patsy Cline, the most beautiful voice from the 60s and 70s. Or, let's see, no. She died in 63, so from the 50s and 60s, Patsy Cline. Come on, Patsy. Sing it for him, Patsy. Come on, Patsy, come out of it. I'm trying to show you off, Patsy. I give up. Okay, everyone. We got the flood made by Penetrol, I think. We're going to put this on this truck, make the whole thing shine, kind of like this, but better. We're going to put a coat on it right now, the whole thing, the bed, everything. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. I'm just going to show you before and after, okay? Here's before. You look at the top of it. You can see how dull it is. You know how dull this truck is. Let's get to work with this stuff, and we'll find out what it looks like when we get through. Okay, folks, I've pretty much done the whole truck already, except for this panel, and I'm going to show you what this does. This flood is self-leveling. You might look like you have a run, but in probably a minute, it's gone. It just levels itself out, not like clear coat or paint where you have a run and it looks like crap. It just levels itself out so good. I am really impressed with this stuff. So watch me do this panel and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just like painting a house. I can't wait to do some more of my cars. I've got some cars out there that's got rust, surface rust, and I was thinking, I don't know, it's gonna take forever to buff that. And that's what I was thinking I was gonna do, is buff it. But no, I'm never gonna buff anything else. Anybody want a buffer? If you do, I'll sell it cheap. That's all you got to do, folks, right here. See, I'm mashing real hard right there to get some juice out of it. And it levels itself out. I'll show you when I get through what it looks like. You're going to be impressed. You're going to go get you a can of this stuff. And you don't have to go one way. You can go up and down, this way and this way. It's still going to level itself out. And I even done the mud flaps. Up under the bottom, like under here, you just kind of mash hard. It might drip out on the floor, but you're going to coat the underneath, and you don't even have to look under there to see, because it's coated. I did the back bumper, and I was going to paint it, but I decided, you know, I don't have to paint it. I can just put this flood on it, and it'll be shiny like this truck is an old truck. Now I'm kind of going to lay it on right here and let it drip, let it run. I don't care. It's so easy to go around like the keyholes and stuff like that. You just mash it down a little harder and let the juice flow. You know what I'm talking about? And a little bit goes a long way. I put just about a can on this whole truck. And that was $17 and something for that can. That's what it cost me to do this whole truck. And I still have probably some left over. I'm gonna have to drain out of the tray and put it back in the can. I don't know what else you could use this for. Some of you people that do home projects, you know, you're wanting to shine like on some, say some lawn furniture. You know, these plastic chairs that sit out on the deck and they get faded? This right here. Well, it's going to still show the fade, just like this. I was going to paint these, and I decided not to, because it looks original. I mean, it just looks shiny. It looks cute. I like that. Folks, that's it. That's all I have to do. All this running down right here, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's, you know, smoothed out a little bit before I quit rolling. But I've added it on pretty thick here. I put it on really thick. Man, I hope this lasts for months and months like this. There you go. Look back here. Now you might see a little stuff up here, but this truck was in such bad shape as far as the paint. What's it gonna hurt if it's got a flaw or two? It was easy. I'm done. I'm done with the whole truck. See this? I did that too. I didn't put it on this, but I'm going to show you just what it would do if I did. I'm going to put a little bit on here. Can you see that? You see that shine? All right, looks like you sprayed kind of like baby oil or something on it. But when it dries, you don't have to worry about it, being greasy. I like that. Okay. Inside jams on the doors. I did these first, so you could actually do that red part right there if you wanted to, or the dash. You could. I want to see how this does on this vinyl, and I might just wipe some on my dash too. That would keep from having to, clean it with Armor All every time you clean a car up. If it does good on this, I'm not going to try it on the dash right now, but I'll be trying it on other things in due time. Look at the inside of that bed. Looks like a show truck, don't it? If I missed a spot, you will see it later, I'm sure. But like candy apple red paint now. And the bumper, what do you think about that? I'm just gonna leave it alone. Rust and all. You can see where I missed it right here a little bit. I just got tired of the blackness getting on the paint down here. So I said, I'll do that. I'll come back later and do that. I did do that mirror. I don't know how that's going to look. Looks better than it did, I got to say that. If you got a car lot, you got cars that hadn't got the best paint, you could do this and make about $500 more on a vehicle just by doing that. You seen this truck when I started. So if you got a hot rod, like a rat rod or something like that, that needs the pop, you know what I mean? Put this stuff on it. I saw this on another channel. I'm not going to take credit for it, but I hope you can use this stuff like I'm going to use it. I hope you want to use it, but a lot of people, they don't like shiny, but they don't like clear coat either. Okay, folks, that's about all I got to say about this truck. Is wow. Now I did not do the grill and did not do the front bumper. I'll probably do that with a brush. I didn't want the black stuff coming off. I might do it with a roller, I don't know. There you go. $17 can of Flood, and I didn't even use it all. All right, I think it's time we take her for a ride. I got her all shined up, prettied up, all except I haven't cleaned the windows and stuff like that. But let's take her down the road, see how she runs. Still got to clean the seats too. All right. Let's see how she starts on a cold morning. I did get the heater fixed where the blower motor works like it's supposed to. Pump it a few times. Got that new muffler on. Got to detail the inside of it a little bit. Man, this thing runs good. The back glass, it's got that sliding back glass. That does rattle a little bit. I'm gonna figure that out later. It's not bothering me too much right now, but it will. Huh. Second. Third. Fourth. Every gear works good. The brakes are really good. I've really got a good deal on this truck. I am so impressed with this truck. I don't know if I told you or not, maybe I have, that I was going to keep it. Yes, I'm keeping it. I've tagged it, insured it. This thing drives great. Steering wheel straight. Oh, it is rough riding. Oh, dang. I've got like 35 pounds of air in the tires. Maybe I need to let that out to about 30. Hey, there's nothing wrong with her. She drives like a new one. Let's see, I filled it up with gas and let's see, 30 more miles. I've won 100 miles in this thing, and that's how much gas is burnt in 100 miles. 100 miles, and it's still between full and 3/4 of a tank. And it didn't cost but $26 to fill it up, and it was almost on 1/4 of a tank when I filled it up. So it's going to be a little gas saver if I can stand the ride, you know, the rough ride. What's a video without a burnout? Hey everybody, that's going to do it for this week's video. We took a turd and made it a beauty queen. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Please push that like button and help me out. I appreciate it. Until next time, this is Steve for Dead Car Rescue. See you on the next video.